The Bermuda Triangle has killed over 1,000 people. Ships vanish. Planes disappear without a trace. But here's what nobody tells you about how it got its name. Everyone knows the Bermuda Triangle, that stretch of ocean between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico where weird things happen. Compasses go crazy, radios stop working, entire crews disappear. But the name Bermuda Triangle is actually pretty recent. And the guy who came up with it? He wasn't a scientist, he wasn't a sailor. He was a writer looking for a good story, and boy, did he find one. Here's the thing. Sailors have been scared of this area for centuries. Christopher Columbus wrote about it in his journal back in 1492. He talked about strange lights in the sky and his compass acting weird. But nobody called it the Bermuda Triangle back then. They didn't call it anything special. It was just part of the ocean. A dangerous part, sure, but so was every part of the ocean back in those days. Ships disappeared all the time. Storms came out of nowhere. Pirates attacked. Getting lost at sea was normal. So when did this specific area become the most famous danger zone on the planet? The real story starts in 1950. A reporter named Edward Van Winkle Jones wrote an article for a Miami newspaper. He noticed something strange. A lot of ships and planes were disappearing in the same general area. He started digging into old records and found case after case of missing vessels, all in the same triangle of ocean. But he didn't call it the Bermuda Triangle. He just pointed out the pattern. Then, in 1952, another writer named George X. Sand wrote about it in a magazine called Fate. He listed several disappearances and called the area a mystery. But still, no name. No Bermuda Triangle yet. The name finally came in 1964. A guy named Vincent Gaddis wrote an article for a magazine called Argosy. The article was titled The Deadly Bermuda Triangle. And that was it. That's when the name stuck. Gaddis wrote about Flight 19, the famous case where 5 military planes disappeared in 1945. He wrote about ships that vanished without sending distress signals. He wrote about rescue planes that went looking for missing aircraft and never came back themselves. And he put it all together under one catchy name, the Bermuda Triangle. Suddenly, every unexplained disappearance in that area became part of the mystery. Newspapers picked up the story, magazines ran with it, books got written, and the legend exploded. But here's what's interesting. A lot of the stories Gaddis wrote about weren't exactly accurate. He left out details. He exaggerated some facts. For example, Flight 19 didn't just vanish into thin air. The lead pilot got disoriented. He thought he was over the Florida Keys when he was actually over the Bahamas. They ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. That's not mysterious. That's just a tragic accident caused by navigation error. But in Gaddis's version, it became this supernatural event where planes disappeared without explanation. Then, in 1974, everything went next level. A writer named Charles Berlitz published a book called The Bermuda Triangle. This book became a massive bestseller, millions of copies sold worldwide. Berlitz claimed the area was cursed. He suggested aliens were involved. He talked about Atlantis being under the water there, causing magnetic problems. He blamed time warps and dimensional portals. The book was full of wild theories with almost no scientific backing. But people loved it. The Bermuda Triangle became a pop culture phenomenon. Movies got made. TV shows did specials. Everyone was talking about it. And that's when scientists started pushing back. They looked at the actual data and found something interesting. The Bermuda Triangle isn't actually more dangerous than any other part of the ocean. Ships and planes disappear everywhere. The ocean is huge and dangerous. When you look at the number of vessels that pass through the Bermuda Triangle compared to how many go missing, the rate is pretty normal. Insurance companies that track ship losses don't even consider it a high-risk area. Lloyd's of London, one of the biggest maritime insurers in the world, doesn't charge extra for ships going through the Bermuda Triangle. If it was really that deadly, they would. So here's the truth. The Bermuda Triangle got its name from a writer in 1964 who was looking for a good mystery story. And he found one. Or maybe he created one. Because the area isn't cursed. There are no aliens, no time portals, just a busy section of ocean with unpredictable weather, strong currents, and deep water where wreckage sinks and disappears forever. Ships still go through there every single day without any problems. Planes fly over it constantly. The U.S. Coast Guard has gone on record saying the Bermuda Triangle is no more dangerous than anywhere else. But the name stuck, and the legend lives on, because a good story is always more interesting than the truth. The Devil's Triangle, as some people call it, was basically invented by writers who turn normal ocean accidents into supernatural mysteries. And we've been talking about it ever since.